Okay, I have nothing better to do, but, so I might as well go ahead and do another tag video that, well, Liam Mouse tagged the fifth spot as anybody that watched the video could do it. And it's called the 10-year tag. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. Because, when I have nothing better to do, I'll just make a YouTube video, so why not? Okay, question one. How old were you 10 years ago? 10 years ago, I was 18. So, yeah. Who was your romantic interest? No one, because I was still in high school, and all the guys that went there, in my point of view, were pricks, and I didn't like any of them, so, no. There was no one, basically. um, where did you live? Birmingham. And the worst part is basically gangs, and shootings and all that. So, trying to get away from this area because I still live close to Birmingham. So, yeah. What music did you listen to? Mainly things that were like rock and metal type stuff, like the Rasmus, him, Nightwish, people like that. Um, 5. What were you doing regarding work or school? I was in high school. Didn't like it because, well, let's just leave it at this. They didn't care about the kids there at my school, so I didn't like being in school, but that's where I was. Um, what made you happiest? What made me happiest? My whole life back then was miserable. From people making threats against my friends, people just basically being mean, bullies, saying hurtful things to me. Then my family basically treating me like shit. So yeah, I was basically miserable and nothing made me happy back then. So, what annoyed you the most? People thinking that I either worship Satan or practice witchcraft just because of my makeup. Because, my school was a public school, which means for this area, uniforms. So, I had to wear khaki pants and a blue shirt, but I could wear whatever makeup I wanted. And dye my hair, and of course, I dyed my hair black in high school. I started wearing my makeup that I wanted to wear and stuff. And I basically had people thinking I did stuff that I really and truly didn't, just because of my makeup, and that annoyed the shit out of me. Who was your best friend? Well, you've actually seen who was my best friend back then in some of my videos, Dana. So yeah, she was my best friend back then, and we still talk today, so that's always a plus to have at least one or two of your high school friends that you still talk to. Um, do you regret doing anything 10 years ago? Nope. I really don't, because I kept to myself. I was basically one of those little loner goth people back then, but now I'm not such one classified as a loner anymore because I have grown as a person, so yeah. What was a popular trend back then? MySpace. It was like MySpace was all the rage and Facebook was just getting started. So yeah, it was like for my area, Facebook was all the thing, but I mainly stuck to MySpace because I was an oddity. Let's just leave it at that. I tended to do things that weren't mainstream for my school. So yeah. Where did you see yourself in 10 years' time, and are you where you expected to be? 10 years' time, I would have said that I saw myself possibly in Finland because I had this like really bad desire to go to Finland for some odd reason, and I really wanted to move there. Then once I got out of school, I'm like, man, I don't feel like going back to school to learn another language when I can barely speak English as it is. So it turned out to be anywhere but here, and I kind of am where I'm expected to be because Finland fit into the anywhere but here idea, and so I'm not where I used to be at or even live in the same house. I don't even live in the same house anymore. So yeah, I kind of drifted farther away. So yeah, I'm where I'm expected to be. um, if you could go back and give yourself advice, what would you say? I would say actually once I would actually go back and say, you know what, you're going to drop out next year. Just don't even worry about going back and trying to get your credits. Um, Go ahead, get your GED right then, get your driver's license, so you can have more freedom than what you got now. So yeah. How did you see the world? I saw the world like, damn. That's kind of weird because I still kind of see the world the same way. Full of hateful little pricks and bitches. Because I mean, my high school, I don't think it was like any other high school because I mean, a lot of the same shit I'm dealing with now, I've already dealt with in high school. So I'm like, and I'm keep on thinking to myself, I'm like, why the fuck did I get out of school for when it's the same damn shit that I'm dealing with now that I dealt with back then? So I mean, the way I saw the world back then was like, man, if this is how the world's gonna be, then why the fuck do I need to be here? Because I seriously did not like the way everybody treated me, to be honest. Um, Question 14. What were some of your hobbies? To be honest, I never even really had any hobbies back in high school, unless you count reading, because I always had books with me in school. I would never read any of the history book, any of the books that we're supposed to read or anything. I just like read my own books, learned whatever I wanted to. Maybe that's why I was flunking. But you know what? They weren't teaching us anyway, so why not read what I want to read? question 15, and this is the last question. How are you different? How have you changed? I'm different because I'm not as all up in your face about you having a difference of opinion than what I do, because now granted, some of y'all have probably already seen 2 of my rant videos about somebody that's done pissed me off. But back then, who I used to be would have been 10 times worse and would still be making videos about that childish shit. And now I've changed and realized that I don't need to be like that, because people are going to believe on what they're going to believe. They have their own opinions that definitely differ from me. And granted, I'm still trying to learn and grow as a person. And yes, I still snap back to wanting to be up in your face about it. But yeah, I've also come to realize that I don't need to stay on one fucking topic and keep bitching about it. So I have changed and grew up some, and I still got plenty of growing. And I definitely realized that my point of view from back then may be similar to what I think now, but it's definitely like shaped me into who I am. And I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't go through all that crap in high school, so it could actually teach me. So you definitely, and I've definitely changed in the fact that I am more outspoken about certain things that I would never have been outspoken about back then, because I was too scared to speak up about it. And I backed off of the things that I thought was more important back then. So yes, I have changed. So yeah. And for anybody that I'm going to tag, anybody that wants to do this video, because I don't think we should have to tag X amount of people to do a video. I think it should be whoever wants to do it themselves can actually get the questions and do the video themselves if they feel like it. So yeah, I'm just tagging everybody that watches this video that wants to do it. And yes, the questions will be down below in the description box, as well as the links to all my stuff, like my Facebook fan page. Yes, I know I got a fan page. I just created it in case anybody that's subscribed to me wants to follow me on that. Y'all can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, even though I'm not on Tumblr that much. So yeah, all the links and the questions will be in the description box below. And remember, if you haven't subscribed to me and you're watching this video, like the video up, subscribe if you want, because I do try to keep up with videos and keep posting stuff when I can, when I'm actually off from work. So yeah, bye.